Hi Sagittarius, welcome to October. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And this month we have a new moon in Libra on the 6th, and then a full moon in Aries on the 20th. Pluto will go direct on the 6th in Capricorn, and then Saturn will go direct on the 10th in Aquarius. And then at the end of the month, Jupiter will go direct in Aquarius on the 18th, and Mercury will be retrograde most of the month and go direct on the 18th with Jupiter. And Venus will move into your sign. I think that's on the 7th. So that's going to be exciting. That should attract love. But meanwhile, let's see what the cards say for Sag. What does Sagittarius need to know about love and relationships for the month of October 2021? What does Sag need to know about love and relationships? October 2021. What is coming up for Sag? What does Sag need to know? Okay, let's see what we get. The Hierophant. The Eight of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups. The Three of Wands. The Emperor. The Devil. The Nine of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. And the Hermit. And then the card at the bottom of the deck is the Empress. Okay, so starting out with the Hierophant, this can sometimes be... The Hierophant is the spiritual teacher of the tarot. It's known as the Pope. It represents wisdom and knowledge. So you could be connecting with someone. It's also conservative, like wanting to do the right thing, stubbornness. So you could be, and sometimes, people equate this card with Taurus. So you could be dealing with a Taurus. If not, it could be that you're looking for commitment. You're looking for something solid and steady, something that's going to stand the test of time. So you might be connecting with someone this month that seems very wise. Either you're sharing your wisdom with this person, you could learn a lot from this person. They might be a little bit stubborn, but they are dependable, especially with the Emperor here coming up. Someone you can count on, something like you're building something that's going to last. And sometimes the Hierophant can represent, a relationship that leads to marriage or commitment, if you're not already committed. If you are committed, it just means you're reinforcing that relationship. So the Eight of Pentacles, you might be focused on work at the beginning of the month. The Eight of Pentacles is the apprenticeship card. So you're at the beginning stages of something, but you're building something solid. So if you're starting a new relationship this month, or if you've just recently started a new relationship, you're just starting to build together and to grow together. And the best is yet to come. So you're at the beginning stages. So don't expect too much, don't worry about the future too much. Just take it one day at a time. That's what this card is about. Doing the work, hanging in there, taking it one day at a time, and eventually you'll see the reward. In the past, you have the Seven of Cups. This is a card of being stuck in the choices. So you may have had many opportunities, or if you weren't in a relationship, you had opportunities or different choices for a relationship. Sometimes the Seven of Cups comes up when you have to make a decision and you don't know what to choose or what to decide. And all the options look good. It's not like it's a no-brainer, oh, I want to do this over that. It's like, well, this is good, that's good, I don't know what I really want. Now you have the Three of Wands here in the recent past. So I feel like you've already started a relationship, or you're already involved in something that is starting to show that it's coming together. You're starting to get results. So, and the Three of Wands is usually a card of birth or celebration, or, um, things are happening. Like you've planted seeds, you've started something, and you're starting to get the first inkling of, yeah, maybe this will work. Maybe this is going to be something, it's going to go somewhere. Here you have the Empress and the Emperor. So that is, when you get the two court cards or the two major arcana, that's a couple. That's a major connection. And you have the Devil here, so there could be a strong attraction. The Devil can sometimes represent fear, fear of being overwhelmed, fear of losing yourself in a relationship. And that could be coming up for you. I feel like there's a relationship that you could get involved in, and it could have. And I think this person is good. The Emperor is really someone that you could count on. Someone who's the executive. He or she could be someone in a position of authority. Someone who is the boss or the leader. Could even be a military person. Now, Emperor energy, like the Emperor card could be Aries. It could be Capricorn, Scorpio. But don't get hung up on the signs. Just focus on the energy. The energy of the Emperor is, I'm organized, I'm disciplined, I want to create something solid, I'm logical, I'm not like a fly-by-night. This is not a fly-by-night relationship or person. This is someone who is going to be there for you. When they make a commitment, they honor it. Now, you might be feeling a little bit of fear. I feel like the attraction is very strong. And you have the potential to build something solid and stable. But don't let your fears get the better of you, because you have the Nine of Swords here in your fear sector. And that's a card of being up at night, mental stress, worrying, what if this happens? Like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. I really want this. There's a lot of passion here. It's at the very beginning stages, but I'm afraid. What if it doesn't work out? So all those things might be going through your mind. But a lot of times, a lot of the things that we fear may never even happen. It's just all in our head. We just, let those gremlins get the best of us. So don't let fear hold you back from a commitment or from a solid, stable relationship. In your environment, you have the Two of Pentacles. Now, that's someone who's juggling a lot. So that could be you or your partner. That you're involved in a lot of different projects. So you want to make sure you give yourself time to have some fun. Give yourself, it's not all about work. Life can't always be about work. You have to leave time for, bonding with others, family, friends, romance, partnerships. So, I feel like you're going to be busy this month with a lot of projects. And if there's something that needs to be discussed, you may need to want to talk it out, because I'm seeing the weird thing that I'm seeing here is sometimes the Two of Pentacles can mean someone who's pretending to hold it together, but they are not voicing the part, there's something bothering them that they're not talking about. It's like laughing on the outside, crying on the inside. So if there's something that you need to talk about with a partner, you should not just sweep it under the rug. You should talk about it. Don't pretend. If there's something bothering you, speak up. Because I'm seeing the Hermit and the Ace of Swords here. Now, the Ace of Swords is in your wish fulfillment. And that's about going after what you want. That's about having this warrior energy. Your thoughts, you might be changing your thinking on a certain topic, because the Aces always represent beginnings. And the Swords represent thoughts, thinking, communication. So you might be thinking about changing your opinions on maybe relationships or having a different perspective. And it's like your warrior energy has been activated. Like, I used to think this way, but now I'm changing and I'm going to go after what I want. I think I can get it. And so your motivation has been fired up again. But you have the Hermit here, which is a card of feeling alone or feeling the need to take time out to think, is this right for me? So I feel like there's a little bit of a conflict within you. Even though you have a lot of strong possibilities and there's strong, attraction with the Devil, you have some doubt. And so you need to take your time out. Don't rush anything. Take time out to think, okay, This seems really good. Don't be negative about it. Don't kill it. But examine where you feel that something may not be quite right, and just look at it and maybe communicate it. Talk about it. Don't just sweep it away and pretend, because maybe you can resolve it. The Hermit is a card of taking time out to follow your inner guidance, taking time out maybe to recharge. Maybe if you started a relationship, or if you're in a relationship that's taking a lot of your energy, maybe you need a time out. Maybe you need to tell the person, hey, you know what, I really care about you, but I need some space. I need some time for me to recharge. That could be one of the things that's bugging you. Because the devil is like an obsession. So sometimes it could be like the other person's really into you, and you may feel trapped, or you may feel overwhelmed, or you may feel like, I need some time away, but I can't break away because this person's always there. Even though there was a lot of good things, this relationship may offer you security and stability, and it could have potential to lead to a commitment. But there's something that's taking up, that's really, the devil card, there's obsessive energy or over-the-top energy. And that could be, if you're starting a new relationship, it could be like the passion that, everyone has at the beginning, and you just can't get enough of each other. Or the other person may be pursuing you more than you're comfortable with. So you're kind of saying, I don't know, is this right for me? I need some time. So maybe you just need to communicate, okay, I really care about you, I really want to be with you, but I need some space. I need to have some time for me, some downtime to recharge. And if you find it that you're alone, go talk to people that you trust. Talk to a friend or family member, or even a counselor, because the Hermit is about following the wise advice of someone. So you may be seeking that out, seeking that wisdom, seeking that direction. Maybe you're even thinking of changing your life direction. Maybe this relationship has brought up other ideas, and you're trying to figure out, do I want to take my life in a new direction? And is this going to be right for me? So you have some decisions to make this month. But I think that for the most part, things are changing in a positive way. I think you're able to build more stability in a love relationship. But just don't get so obsessed with one thing that you neglect other areas of your life. So let's see what the astrology says. So you have a new moon in Libra in your 11th house. And that's the house of friendship, dreams, hopes, wishes, groups that you belong to. So you have a new beginning. Maybe you're connecting with a new group of people. Mars is very tightly connected to this new moon. So you're ready to take action. You're feeling energetic. You might be getting out more and getting more involved with groups or friendships. Mercury is also there. So there could be some communication project that you're working on. And Mercury is trine Jupiter in the 3rd house. So I feel like your social life is really picking up. And you're either writing or communicating, getting involved with groups, speaking up, taking action. There could be new friendships, new beginnings in friendships, new dreams that you're creating, new wishes. There's also Uranus is in the 6th house, and that's the house of work and health. And that is also aspecting this moon, but in an inconjunct aspect, which is a difficult aspect. So there could be, while you're excited about all these new beginnings, there could be situations that are changing in your work environment that are forcing you out of your comfort zone. Or you may have to make a decision. Do I want to pursue this project that seems to be working great and I really love it? Do I want to give up what I'm doing at work to follow this path? There could also be a situation with Uranus with health issues if you're overdoing it. So don't overdo, give yourself time to recharge. But there could be some surprises in your work environment with Uranus. You never know exactly how that's going to play out. Unexpected messages, unexpected developments. But I feel like this new beginning is very strong energy. And it's in Libra, so you're learning how to work with others. You're learning how to work with the group energy. You're learning how to compromise and negotiate. It's not like my way and there is no highway kind of thing. You're kind of learning how to negotiate the group energy. And maybe that feels uncomfortable. at this time because you're used to doing things your own way and not having to deal with other opinions and other ways of doing things. Saturn's in the 3rd house with Jupiter, and it's trining the North Node in your 7th house. So you could be forming. The 3rd house is the house of siblings. So with Saturn there could be some issues you need to work out with brothers, sisters, immediate relatives, friends, close friends. Maybe you're having some serious conversations with them, or you're making some type of commitment. Maybe you're getting involved in a project that has to do with your local environment. But whatever you're doing, you're creating something solid and stable that will be in place for a long time. So you're forming partnerships, I feel, that are going to be solid. It's not going to be like, maybe in the past you might have formed friendships or relationships that were temporary. They got you to a certain place and then they faded, or they went, it didn't last. This, whatever you're building under Saturn, is going to last. Under the influence of Saturn, it's going to require work and it's going to require commitment. But it's going to bring great rewards. So Pluto is going direct on October 6th, right around this new moon. And Pluto, let me see where Pluto is. Pluto is in your 2nd house. So you're really transforming your financial situation. Pluto wants to transform the way you see yourself. You might be stepping into a position of power that brings greater money your way, greater wealth, greater confidence. And then Saturn will go direct on the 10th. And Saturn is now in your 3rd house. So things that might have been held up, maybe you felt like things were stagnating, nothing was moving, nothing was happening, things are going to start to move. So if you're waiting to hear, if there was some kind of creative project or communications project that was kind of on hold, it's going to start to move forward now. And then Jupiter, your ruling planet, is going to go direct with Mercury on the 18th. Now, while Mercury is retrograde, it's a great time to go back and redo things. And you have Mercury in your 11th house. So you might be reconnecting with friendships from the past. You might be reconnecting with groups that you were involved with in the past. Or there might be some kind of group project that needs to be tweaked, that you're reworking. That's a great time. It's a great time to do that right now. And then once Mercury goes direct and Jupiter goes direct in November, like by the end of the month and maybe more towards November, that's a great time to hit the ground running. Like get all your ducks in a row. Now Venus on October 7th, Venus is going to go into your 1st house. It's crossing your ascendant. It's going into Sag. When Venus goes into Sag, you're going to be attracting love. So if you're not in a relationship, I wouldn't be surprised if something starts around that time. And if you are in a relationship, there might be greater harmony. You might be experiencing greater harmony in your relationships because you're going to be in a more loving mood, a more compatible, agreeable mood. Venus is just, you're going to be looking more beautiful. Because your 1st house is your physical appearance, how you're seen in the world. So it's a great time to do any kind of makeover when Venus is in your 1st house. So if you want to get a new haircut or a new color or whatever, or a new style, change how you look, change how you're, get a makeover. Great time to do that with Venus. And the Sun will be in Scorpio, so that's more of a quiet time because it'll be in your 12th house. You might be doing a lot of soul searching and thinking. You're finishing up a cycle. When the Sun is in, when planets are in the 12th house, you're finishing up a cycle. And you're preparing for like a new beginning. So when the Sun moves into Sag, you'll have your solar return. You're starting a new solar year. So you're finishing this year up now. And maybe you take time out to think, okay, what have I accomplished this year? What are my goals? And what are my goals for next year? How far did I come? And start planning for the coming solar year. That's going to start with Sag, when the Sun enters Sagittarius and at your birthday. So then we have the full moon in Aries, which is favorable to your sign. And that's happening in the 5th house. So 5th and 11th houses are activated. So a relationship, 5th house is the house of fun, children, romance. So you could be finalizing a relationship or a creative project. You have the Sun and Mars in the 11th house. And so you're really feeling energetic about this project. Whatever you're working on, you're like really all speed ahead. You know, you want to get it done. You want to do it. You're really enthusiastic about it. The only problem I see is the square to Pluto at this full moon. So Pluto is in your 2nd house, and it's T-squaring this full moon across your 5th and 11th. So there could be some power struggles with Pluto over some kind of financial aspect of this project. So you might be battling with money over with either children or with some kind of creative project. Maybe there's some kind of financial support you're needing, or is this thing going to bring in the money I need? You know, especially if you're thinking about changing careers, or changing your trajectory of what you're going to be involved in. Also, it could be if someone is holding the purse strings. There could be, so you want to be careful, because Mars and Pluto in square can be a volatile combination, and there could be you could feel like someone's being very pushy, very bullying. So if someone tries to bully you or be pushy, you need to handle it with diplomacy. Don't overreact. Don't let your buttons be pushed, and don't exhibit that behavior yourself. You know, if you have it, because you may feel so passionate about what you want to do, you don't want to be a steamroller and roll over your friends or whoever you're involved with because you want to get this thing done. So just watch the power struggles and watch manipulation, watch, bullying behavior. If it's not you, it might come from somewhere else. But it's a very hair trigger time with Mars square Pluto. So you may feel like blowing up towards someone. The best way to handle it is to not react, just to be calm and just speak your piece in a calm and diplomatic way. But Mars is also trining Jupiter at the same time. And where is Jupiter? Hold on, let's see. Where do you have Jupiter in your... Oh, and you have Jupiter in the 3rd house. So there's going to be a lot of communication. I mean, you're really excited to get the word out about whatever you're involved in, whether it's a relationship or a new friend or a new project or a new group that you're belonging to, a new creative project. It has the potential to be very, to bring opportunity and to expand. But you are dealing with powerful people, and that could be, so you have to kind of take that into consideration. Don't set off. It's like you're walking around eggshells around someone. So you just want to be careful. And now at the same time, you have Venus in the 1st house, sextile Mercury, or Mercury is sextiling Venus, I should say, from the 11th. So that's great for friendships. You're really going to be connecting with a group of people in a positive way. And I feel like it has something connected with your work environment. The only thing is, there could be some kind of healing around I feel that if things have been unpredictable in a work situation, this new friendship and this new groups that new group that you might be joining, or new friendships that you're forming, are going to have a positive effect in helping you to deal with whatever's going on in your work environment. Even if it's a health issue, maybe you've been feeling lonely and cut off from people. I feel like this group, if you're joining with new people and having new group project, it's going to bring a lot of fun and enjoyment into your life. It's going to help ease that feeling of maybe insecurity, or too many things are changing. You might be worried about your security. But this new project or this new group effort is going to be, it's going to be a positive light. So it's going to help you to deal with any difficult transits that happen at this time. So I wouldn't worry too much And Mercury is trining Saturn also. So whatever, if you're signing a contract, it's going to be in place for a long time. So make sure you check all the details. Make sure that whatever you're getting involved in is also, going to be a benefit to you as well as the other party. But whatever you're committing to this month, I think you're building something solid and stable that's going to bring you joy in the future. It may be a lot of hard work at first, but I think the end result is going to be very rewarding. So don't worry too much. Don't let your mind overthink, keep you up at night. Don't feel like you're isolated, that you have to handle any conflicts by yourself. Reach out to others for advice or at least an opinion. But I really feel that you could have a new beginning that's going to bring you a lot of joy this month, especially with the new moon in Libra in your 11th house. That's the house of hopes, wishes, dreams. So there could be some new energy coming in that's going to offset any of the difficulties and free you to be more creative and actually bring joy into your life. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sag. If you did, leave a comment in the comment box. Click on the like button, the subscribe button. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful October, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.